Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to the 15th reflection video of my 30 reflection challenge. Listen, I'm just warning you now, this topic of this video might drag a bit. It may not be as clear, as direct as like the other reflection videos, because I had like a pattern I was following, like elementary school, middle school, high school, post high school till now, you know. But this is like a thing that's like honestly still going, so there's like no way to, I could break it down, but like I don't want to spend too much time going through each little thing, because essentially the whole point is still happening. Like I said, the whole thing is like the same across the board at every level of my life. So the topic is fitting in, feeling like I belong, feeling included. It's something that I've struggled with pretty much all my life up until this point. And it's such an interesting thing to me, because it's like, I know better. Like, I know that you don't need to be included in everything that happens around you. I know that you don't need friends. You don't have to socialize with everyone. I know that all the people that you do socialize with don't have your best interests and don't care and don't, really want to get to know you. And even if they do know you or do take the time to get to know you, do they really accept you for you, or do they accept you because y'all go to school together? Do they accept you because y'all family? Do they accept you because, y'all co-workers? Like, what is the reason that they really even accept you or care about you? How do you know? And truth is, sometimes you just don't know. And, you just got to take it for what it is or approach it the way you see fit. But, you know, just to try to get a timeline going here, it's like, I haven't had, like I said this in other videos, but like I didn't have any real friends. I didn't really feel included in any way until I got to like 5th grade. You know, 8, 9 years old, stuff like that. It's when I started to kind of get a sense of belonging. But that's only because I had made 2 of my best friends, at this time. Like, there's, one guy, Miles, shout out to Miles, and my man's Dwight. Like, that's 5th grade and 6th grade. That's a long time to be friends with people or to count someone as your friend. And when I look back on that, I always look back on that, and I know it's the truth, for me. Like, those 2 guys was like my boys. Like, they was the first 2 people to really make me feel like I said, included, and I felt like I belonged. Now, don't get me wrong, there's other people in school that I was cool with, that I talked to, that might watch this. I got some of y'all on Facebook, Instagram, whatever. And, I was cool with them, and, we got along because we had to get along. We went to school together. We spent 6th, 7th, 8th grade, some more than that, so you bound to get along with each other. Some people I met new till high school. And you just get along because you're from the same neighborhood, from the same area, so you get along. But even then, I didn't feel good amongst them, just a constant challenge. It's one of the reasons why the whole school experience was stressful for me, anxiety ridden, making me, influencing my already established anger problems, making it even worse because I just didn't feel included. And it's like, why don't people like me? Why can't I like people? What's my problem? What's their problem? It just never ended. So, even in high school, like, when I finally, you go to high school, you move to a bigger scenario, a bigger scene. You got more people, more girls, more boys, more problems, more challenges, more learning to do. And you would think you would find your niche, you would find your clique, you would find your thing. But even when I did find the things that I liked, writing for the school newspaper, doing wrestling, joining the anime club. Shoot, I was the vice president of the anime club for 2 years. Like, doing all that, it's like, you would think you would fit in perfectly, but you don't. Like, I met people that listen to the same type of music that I listen to, the stuff that I felt insecure about. It's like, I met people who matched me on that, but then I still didn't fit in with them. I was sitting in a room full of these people and still not feel included. Like, the reality is, like, I just go all the way. Like, I've sat in family situations as a kid, as a teenager, and I just don't feel like I need to be there. I don't feel like I want to be there. Even when I want to be there, I feel like, hey, I just don't belong. Like, this is not for me. you know, and of course I know that sometimes it's just me and I'm overthinking it and it's not that serious. I'm like, just enjoy it, just vibe, just relax. You know, I know that, but then there's other times when I know I can read a room and I know that people don't want me there or people don't care for me to be there, you know. But then it's like, damn, like I'm trying to be cool, I'm trying to fit in, I'm trying to be nice, I'm trying to open up, but then you could tell certain people don't care and they don't want you there. So there's the mixture on that. So of course a lot of this got to do with, you know, my traumas, my experiences, things that I've mentioned in the other videos. So of course that makes you look at it a certain way, and that's not really what it is, but at times it is true. So here's another scenario that happened last year. You know, worked for the school district, whatnot, of Philadelphia, and we had a staff meeting one time, and everybody was eating, everybody was, you know, doing the same thing, about to go over these PowerPoints, all that, you know, everybody's kicking it, music playing, all that. And for whatever reason, I just had this moment where, like, I just felt so uncomfortable for no reason. I just got up and left. And I just sat in the hallway for about 15, 20 minutes, just on my phone, called my girl, and I'm just like, yo, what's up, blah, blah, you good? How's your PD going? Because my PD is, like, not fun right now. And I was questioning myself, like, man, why do I feel so overwhelmed? Why did I just need to do that? Like, but I just had to sit down and analyze the situation. It's like everybody was talking to somebody, everybody was having their own conversations. I wasn't in any of them. And then I'm like, I know I could just go in and just sit down and just listen and just be in the realm of people talking and wait till somebody says something that I can get in on it. But I don't like to invade people's conversations. I don't like to invade people's privacy and all that. So I wasn't going to do all that. But, you know, when it came down to it, it's like, you know what? It's just bringing up my old stuff, my past, whatnot, my traumas and all that, where it's like, like, I don't fit in. Like, like, you know, what am I doing? What are they doing? Like, what is happening? You know? And I just felt so out of it, like, because of that. And it's crazy, you know, being 25, about to be 26 years old, and, you know, you think you over stuff and you get used to stuff, but it just seems like it just never ends. Like, and the thing is, it's not like I'm not confident. It's not like I don't know how to express myself. It's not like I don't know how to be who I am. I've stood up in front of groups. I stood up in front of those same teachers, those same staff, and spoke on what I need to speak on, shared my thoughts. And it's not like I can't do that, but just every now and then, I just get these things where I'm like, I don't fit in. I don't belong. So I ain't gonna drag this more than 10 minutes, but to start wrapping this up, like, if anybody can relate to that, or, you know, like, trust and believe you ain't the only one. Like, and if you never had a way to pinpoint this, like, hopefully this helps you. Because I get it, like, you know, it's just like, like, I just never feel like I fit in, and I just haven't felt like that for a long time. And even to this day, I don't feel like that. Like, even when I joined the Army, this is the last thing. Even when I joined the Army, you know, I'm around so many people, white, black, Asian, people from other countries, joining the military for whatever their reasons are, but we all signed up. We all getting to know each other, bonding, clicking, talking, you know, getting through the tough times, the training's hard, whatever, coping. And I got to know these people, but, like, even then I still felt out of place. Always felt out of place. Even afterwards, when I finished the training, I'm just on my career path, just doing the work. I just feel out of place, you know? And like I said, sometimes it is just me, but other times it really was them. But other times I couldn't even tell the difference. So, you know, it's something I definitely got to look into for myself. You know, I'm looking into therapies and stuff like that. And maybe I'll get some answers with that. But the reality is, like, sometimes you just don't fit in. Sometimes you just, you know, you're not meant to fit in. Like, you literally are different. And I'm not saying that to try to boost myself up, because the world knows that there's so many people out here who want to act like they're so rare and they're so different from everybody else, and I'm just so unique, I'm one of a kind, and they just want to really feel like that and believe that, and they just end up making themselves look like fools. But for me, it's like, there's times where I didn't want to be the outlier and it just don't work, or there's times when I did want to be the outlier and it just don't work, and that's not really what I wanted to do. So fitting in, man, it's a roller coaster. It's an interesting thing. Maybe it's just who I am. Like, when you just at a different mindset and you just see and do things and handle things differently, you don't have the mind or the patience or the heart to sit around people that don't. that don't go with you, you know. So I'm gonna leave it at that. Like, comment, share, subscribe if you want YouTube, if you want TikTok, you know, keep up and whatnot, because if they take TikTok now, you're gonna have to find me on YouTube and Facebook and all that. So thanks for listening if you made it to the end of this. Sorry for taking 10 minutes of your time, but thank you.